Yo, what's up, guys? Earl DFS coming back with another sports betting video, and today is going to be my first, my first look for this Week 4 NFL slate. I'm getting the app up on my phone here for last week's games to reference there. But we have 13 games for this slate. We had 14. Tennessee and Pittsburgh are going to be postponed to I think they said the 5th or 6th. So that's going to be interesting to see what they do there. But nevertheless, we still got 13 games to go over here, and let's get started. Denver Broncos taking on the New York Jets Thursday Night Football. Wow. This sucks. New York Jets a -125. Denver Broncos the run back of +105. And actually, on my first take of this video, this was at 40.5. Now it's at 42. And the under is juiced. All right. 1 second. They're 42 at +110. In my first take, I said this is a complete layoff. For this take now, this is an official play for me. Under 42. I just don't see these two offenses doing anything. Sam Darnold has played like crap the first 3 weeks. The Jets put up 7 against the Colts. Granted, the Colts have a really good defense, but I just don't see the Jets putting up many points, and I can easily see this as a 17-13 game, 20-17 game. Like, I can see this as a low-scoring game. So my first play on this card is this under 42, and I'm probably going to bet this once I'm done recording this video. Give me the under 42 in this game. As for a side, there's no way in hell I am betting on the Jets, especially as a favorite. But that being said, I'm not betting the Broncos either. This would be a pass for me. I'll take the under. I had a bet before they announced Brett Rypien, the undrafted free agent out of Boise State, was announced the starter. I had the Broncos -3, which I'm not happy about now. But that being said, my only play for this one is the under 42. That's the only one I can really get behind here. This is, other than that, this game is I don't even want to watch it because it's going to be a terrible game. Next, we have Sunday games. Indianapolis Colts at the Chicago Bears. -140 for the Colts, +120 for the Bears. Over under 43.5, 2-point spread here. My first looks at this is the Bears are going to be starting Big Dick Nick. Nick Foles is going to be starting quarterback for this, and I think that's really good for this Bears offense. It's not going to be an easy matchup against this Colts defense. That being said, probably the under 43.5 is one I'll lean on. I'm not making that an official bet yet. One official bet, another one of my official bets here for this video is going to be the Chicago Bears at +120. I think this line is going to move as the week goes along. I think the Bears, they lost Tariq Cohen, but Montgomery's been okay. This Bears team has been down, I believe, all 3 games, and they have caught back up and won in all 3 games. The Bears are one of those teams where you don't feel comfortable betting them, but at this line, I'll take the plus money against the Colts at home. And Phillip Rivers is not a quarterback I can really trust right now. I think they just need to run the ball, but we'll have to see what Jonathan Taylor and him do. So this should be an interesting game. But for right now, I am taking the Bears at +120 for this game. Next game on this slate, the New Orleans Saints and the Detroit Lions. -195 for the Saints, run back of +170 for the Lions. over under 54 points and a 4-point spread. First looking at this, the Saints have looked terrible. They've looked really bad the last couple of weeks. They've lost back-to-back primetime games. They lost pretty bad to 37-30, but it was 37-20 something at one point, I believe, or it wasn't really a close game. Green Bay had complete control over that game. It was going back and forth, but then eventually Green Bay had complete control. Then they lost a really bad game against Vegas in week 2. Drew Brees has just not looked good. Granted, he's probably going to be getting Michael Thomas back this week. That'll be a huge plus. If I had to pick a side, it's the Saints, but it's not going to be one I bet. Looking at the totals, I'll lean to the over just because these two defenses have not looked good this year. I think the Lions have gotten all of one sack, I think like one sack this year. So I'm looking at I'll lean the over and I'll barely lean the Saints. Not an official play by any stretch of the imagination. Next game on the slate, Arizona Cardinals at the Carolina Panthers. Minus 170 for the Arizona Cardinals, plus 150 for the Carolina Panthers. Over under 51.5, 3.5 point spread. And I like the Cardinals in this spot, coming off a loss against this Panthers team. This is going to be a fun game to watch. It's two pretty good offenses, pretty fast-paced offenses, two offenses that are going to put up points. Being said, the over is probably something I'll look here, over 51.5, and I'll make that an official bet here. Arizona and Carolina, the over 51.5 at minus 110. Oh wow, that's moved to plus 115 now. Nice. I like the it's plus 105. Okay, you can see these. Oh, it's 42.5 or 41.5 now. I don't know why it just went down to 41.5, but that one's. I'll come back to that. These lines are all moving on me now, but yeah, the over for this game is going to be an interesting one to watch. I can definitely see this being a 34-30 game, a 30-27 game, something high scoring with these two high-powered offenses and not great defenses. Next, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. Minus 165 for the Bengals, plus 145 for the Jaguars. Over under 49.5, 3-point spread. And this, I believe, will be Joe Burrow's first win. Am I going to bet the Bengals? No. I want them to prove to me first that they can win a game. The tie against the Eagles last week wasn't really enough for me to see. Joe Burrow has looked good. Not great, but he looked good for a rookie here. He's been forced to throw the ball a lot, but he's handling it pretty well, and I don't hate it at all. Now that's plus 100. Okay, that's no longer an official play for me because the value has kind of gone away. I wish I got it at the better line there. Oh well. But I'll lean Cincinnati here. And I can see this as another high-scoring game. Joe Burrow and that offense, I think, is going to throw the ball a lot. And Jacksonville, they're really playing with nothing to lose, and that's a scary team when they're like that. Overall, this game will probably be a pass for me. I think there's just better spots on this card. I want to say Bengals, but I'm not going to lay money on the Bengals because Joe Burrow hasn't proved to me yet that he can win a game. Next game on the slate, the Dallas Cowboys. Cleveland Browns, minus 220 for the Cowboys, run back of plus 190. for the Browns, over under 56 points, 4.5-point spread. There's no way in hell I'm betting the Cowboys here. They have not proved to me yet that they should be a minus 220 favorite by any stretch of the imagination. Even against a Browns team, which looked good last week. Granted, they played the Washington football team, but they didn't look terrible there. So definitely something to keep an eye on here. I want to keep an eye on this line movement. If I can get the Browns plus 5.5, maybe plus 5.5, I'll be a little bit more interested. 4.5. I don't know if that's enough, but that being said, it's probably the Cleveland Browns are past for me. I just haven't seen enough out of this Cowboys team yet to really think that they can win this game. What did the Cowboys do last week? They lost to the Seahawks last week, but Cowboys overall haven't been playing great this year. I mean, no one from the NFC East has. But on to the next game, Minnesota Vikings and the Houston Texans. Wow. These are two bad teams this year. I take that back. The Texans have been thrown through the gauntlet so far. They faced Kansas City week 1, Baltimore week 2, Pittsburgh week 3. And honestly, this is a huge step down in competition. The Texans are my pick here. 5 points? I don't know. I think the Vikings can keep this close. They played a 1-point game against Tennessee last week. And I think Tennessee is a better team than Houston right now. So, if anything, I'll probably take Minnesota with the points. But I can definitely see Houston winning this game. I think it'll be close, though. But another spot where I'm going to stay off for right now. Next game, Seattle versus Miami. Minus 285 for the Seahawks, plus 240 for Miami. 6.5-point spread, over under 52. And this just feels like a letdown spot. I low-key like the Dolphins in this matchup. The plus 6.5, I'm definitely intrigued by. Seattle's traveling across the country, going from Seattle, Miami. So I'll add this as an official play to my card right now. Give me Miami plus 6.5. If you want to wait, this line may go to 7. If it goes to 7, I'm going to snatch that up right immediately. I like this the plus 6.5 here for Miami. Will they win this game outright? I don't know. If you think so, plus 240, I'm all for it. I'll probably have Miami Dolphins sprinkled in a few of my bets. But give me Miami plus 6.5 here. Next game, LA Chargers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Another game where a team's going from the West Coast to the East Coast. Buccaneers are doing the same thing. Buccaneers are traveling in from Denver, and LA is coming in from LA. Minus 325 for the Buccaneers, plus 270 for the Chargers. 7-point spread. Over under 42.5. And these offenses haven't really showed much to me. Brady's not looked great other than when he throws to Mike Evans. Godwin's going to be out, so that's a huge weapon away from Tom Brady. So I'm kind of liking the under in this game. That being said, I like the Chargers plus 7. I'm not going to say this is an official. Let me check that. So that's an official play for me. But I'm not saying the Chargers are plus 7 are an official play for me yet. But I can see this being a low total game to where the Chargers can cover the 7-point spread. So I think the Chargers have a shot here at covering this spread. Next game on the slate, Baltimore Ravens, Washington football team, minus 800 for this Ravens team, plus 580 for the Washington football team, over under a 45. Monday night, the Ravens just didn't know how to bring the ball down the field. They looked terrible. And they're going up against arguably just as good of a defense with the Washington football team. I want to check one quick thing here. What is the status for Chase Young? Rookie Chase Young missed practice and continues to deal with groin injury. Okay, this is a game where you are going to want to watch what the status is for Chase Young. If he is in this game, I think it'll be a low-scoring game. I think this Washington football team can slow down a little bit of this Baltimore defense. Offense. I'm not saying Baltimore will win this game or Washington will win this game, but I think they will keep it within 13 points. So if Chase Young is in, I would take the plus 13 points for the Washington football team in this matchup. Next, we have the New York Giants taking on the LA Rams. Minus 715 for the Rams, run back of plus 535 for the Giants, 13-point spread, over under 48 points. Wow, this Giants team looks terrible this year. As a Giants fan, that hurts to say, but 13-point spread, I can see Los Angeles covering it. This game will ultimately be a layoff for me. I'm not going to bet it, but I would lean Rams minus the 13 points. The Giants just have not shown any shred of evidence that they can slow down this Rams offense, which has put up over 400 yards in all three of their games. So I'm going to say the Rams. The Rams win this game. So, and I think they covered the spread. I'm not going to bet it, or I'm not. It's not an official bet for me yet, but that. Next, we have a marquee matchup here: New England Patriots, Kansas City Chiefs. Minus 305 for the Chiefs, plus 255 for the Patriots. Over under 53 points, 7-point spread. And honestly, I like New England. The Chiefs coming off of a very good win against Baltimore on Monday night. I think they will come in. I think Kansas City still wins this game, but I think the Patriots play them close within a touchdown. I'm not making it an official bet yet. I may at the end of this video, but I'm leaning Patriots plus 7, but the Chiefs to win the game. Next, we have the Buffalo Bills taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Wow. Minus 160, plus 140, over under 53.5. The Bills, minus 3, plus 3 for the Raiders. The Bills have looked really good this year. They're 3-0. Granted, they've played not great competition. They played the Jets week 1, the Dolphins week 2. They did beat a Rams team, but almost blew it in week 3. But honestly, I think this will be another nice test for them. Derek Carr and the Raiders have not looked awful this year. They are 2-1 on the season, and they're playing at home. So, but for me, the Bills are my lean right now. I think the Buffalo defense can slow down this Las Vegas rushing game, and give me I'll make this an official pick right now. Give me Buffalo minus 3 at minus 110. So far I've got the Bears plus 120, the over 51.5 in the Cardinals Panthers game. plus 6.5 for Miami, -3 for the Bills. So we head to the Sunday night game here. Philadelphia Eagles, San Francisco 49ers. -325 for the Niners, plus 270 for the Eagles. 7-point spread over under 46 points. And this is one of those where I can see this as a get-right spot for the Eagles. They've looked terrible this year. Carson Wentz has not looked great. But the 49ers, it's going to be Nick Mullins again. And it's one thing that they played the way they did against the Giants last week. The Eagles, I think, are a little bit better of a team than the Giants are. So, and I think the Eagles have a shot here. If they can run the ball a little bit here against this banged-up 49ers defense, I think they have definitely a really nice chance at covering the spread. I'm tempted to make this a pick, but I'm not going to right now. But I lean to the Eagles plus 7. Final game on the slate, Atlanta Falcons, Green Bay Packers, -350 for the Packers, plus 280 for the Falcons, 7.5-point spread. This Falcons team is frustrating to bet this year. They are 0-3. I think they're... I don't remember what they are against the spread. I think they lost against the spread in week 3 and week 1. Yeah, they didn't beat they're 1-2 against the spread. Okay, so they're not a good against the spread either. Green Bay's just looked really good this year. Green Bay is going to be my pick for this game. -7.5. I'm going to wait to see what that line does. I'm going to lean Green Bay with this game. And I'm going to lean the over. Aaron Rodgers has looked really good. Falcons don't have much of a defense. They blow every lead they have. There's no way I'm betting on the Falcons until they prove that they can actually close out a game. But Green Bay would be my lean. So going over this game, once again, I'm going to keep an eye on the line here. 41.5 doesn't look terrible for the under. I liked it much better when it was an under 42 with the juice. I wish I just bet it straight up then. Unfortunately, I lost that line, which sucks. Oh well. I like the Bears, plus 120. I'm leaning Saints. I'm going to lean Cardinals, but bet the over 51.5. I'm leaning Cincinnati. Leaning Cincinnati. This would be a Cleveland Browns are pass for me with the 4.5 points. I would look for a little bit like a 5 or a 5.5. This is a pass for me. The Vikings Texans. I like Miami plus 6.5. I'm leaning the Chargers plus 7. If Chase Young is available, I like the plus 13 with the Washington football team. I like the Rams -13. Leaning on those. I'm leaning the Patriots plus 7. We'll keep an eye on that as the week goes along. If that gets to plus 8, plus 9, plus 10, I think it's going to go more in the Kansas City Chiefs' favor. I would like the Patriots then. The Bills -3 are going to be one of my official plays. They just look really good right now, and they're just a team I want to bet. I'm leaning Eagles plus 7, and I like the Green Bay -7.5, waiting to see what that line does as the week goes along. But that is going to do it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section below where your favorite plays are on the slate. I have 4 official plays at this moment. I'm probably going to record a video on Saturday night going over my final thoughts for this slate. I like Chicago plus 120, Arizona Cardinals, and the Carolina Panthers over 51.5, Miami plus 6.5, and the Bills -3. That is going to do it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you next time. Peace out, guys.